What's going on, guys? This is TM25MD, and I have another Duelyst live for you guys today. Today we'll be taking on the Songhai challenge, and I know that's a very difficult one, probably harder than the Banner trial. And it's Ebon the Ox, I think that's what it's called, and it has a lot of requirements. We'll dive into it in a little bit. Just a couple housekeeping things. The first being, I do intend to try out some Fire Emblem Heroes on the channel just once a week on top of a Duelyst video, maybe on a weekend or something. And second, I would like to start a series in which I will go over the fundamentals of Duelyst, right? You know, deck building and positioning and, you know, all that jazz. So I'll be doing that because I'll touch on it a little bit later as we're queuing up. But those are the couple housekeeping things I do have planned for the channel as well. But anywho, without further ado, let's get into our list. And this list, it doesn't revolve around Moo the Ox, or where is it? Hidetsu the Ox. Why did I say Ebon Ox? Excuse me. Hidetsu. Hideatsu. The Ebon Ox, and the 0 mana, and whatever minion you play, it deals that much damage to an enemy, right? Since I've never actually pulled this off, I've only played 3 games with this, plus I just ended up tempoing out my opponent and winning that. But it's tough to say. I don't know if it's random. I'll have to check on it. If you guys know the answer, leave it down in the comments, and I'll deeply appreciate it. But it says deal their cost as damage to an enemy. Doesn't say random, so it makes me believe that I can choose the damage on who. And given how powerful these trial effects have be, I would like to believe that you can choose the target of the damage, the recipient of the damage, right? So we got Ebon the Ox, we got 3 juxtapositions, and our 3 Mist Dragon Seals for some support. It's also worth noting that Reva's BBS does not count to the to the trial completion. You know, the requirements of the trial. It does not count as a 1 mana minion because it's from your action bar. So it's explicitly stated in the trial. So unfortunately, you cannot use hers. But I just did it because it would go very well with just having extra bodies and maintaining tempo that way. We got 3 Blood Tier Alchemists. This could, I've seen people put in Heartseekers, but I honestly just couldn't find room, to be fair. So 3 Blood Tiers and 3 Heralds, because we want some healing in the deck, because this will probably go to the mid-late game, especially with our top end. Yeah. And we got 3 Scroll Bandits, can go well with Juxt, and Mist Dragon Seal, strong opener. 3 Battle Pandos and 3 Sojourners for some draw, and for some AoE to deal with things like Braum. So that's why I have Battle Pando. Originally I had over Sojourner, I had what's it called, 100 Hands for Kyushi, and though nice, I just found myself running out of cards, especially when I drew some of these spells early. I found myself running out of cards, so I threw in 3 Sojourners and 2 Spelljammers for some draw. As well as Blue Conjure, because you need a 5-drop, and what better 5-drop is there than Blue Conjurer, and Dancing Blades for some other tempo, as well as Thunder Horn is fantastic. So we got 5 4-drops and 6 3-drops and 5 5-drops. We got Zendo and EMP to top off the curve. And this is a very difficult trial. Trying to get 1 of every single minion is difficult. I really wanted to have 3 EMPs, but I just couldn't make room. I guess I could cut the Onyx Bear Seal down to 1, but that's a little bit risky in my opinion. That's a little bit daring. And I'm not really fond of cutting from the from the lower end, our turn 1 plays, right? And I'll touch on that in a little bit. Recently on Reddit and on the forums, I've been seeing a lot of not necessarily newer players. Why can't I use this deck? Thought I used this ladder already. Scroll did. Oh, Battle Pando's not in there. Oh, because I tested this on unranked. That's my bad. AoE. Can't use Crater. I will just use 100 Hands, I guess. It's good tempo as well. Just use 100 Hands. Completely blanked on that. And plus we have other tempo cards to deal with AoE. We have Dancing Blades. That doesn't really AoE, but Thunderhorns as well. Actually, do you know what? Instead of 100 Hands, we'll use this. We'll use the Wild Tour, because that does AoE as well. So we'll do Wild Tour, and we'll call that. I think we should be okay. It's not letting me. It could just still be the bug. So if your deck doesn't qualify, then even if you change it so that it does qualify, it still doesn't work. So, and this is also a bug too. Some card backs that you already own, because I own all these card backs, won't appear as well. So I'll just go with the yellow one, sure. And the red coloring. I think we should be okay. Sorry about that. Probably should have tested this on rank. Yep, there we go. So it was the Battle Pando. That's what I thought. But Wild Tar should just be be okay as well. Both are good with AoE, but Battle Pando just has the slight edge as it can deal with artifacts as well. Okay, anyways, we don't need 2 Azure Heralds, so I'll throw one back. And these are pretty good. I like the Onyx Bear Seal, because if this is a Dying Wish deck, then we can deal with threats like what's it called? Reaper of the Nine Moons pretty efficiently with Onyx Bear Seal, or anything big. Vorpal Reaver as well. Maybe I should hold on to this against the Vorpal Reaver. We've got 2 Sojourners, which is good. I might just replace one because I don't think we need all the draw. Though it is worth considering keeping both, because we really want to go through our deck. And the difficulty about this this kind of list is that you have to have 7 different kinds of minions, of different mana costs. So trying to squeeze in, that means if you're running 3 of minions from 1 to 7, that's 21 minions you have to use, right? And that's only 3 copies of each. So you might want to add some more in the 2-drops and whatnot. So let's go with the Sojourner. Or actually, I think Sojourner is better to play than Wild Tar, to be fair. Actually, no, because if we backstab this, we're going to have a full hand. So we are going to play the Wild Tar. And I really don't want him to have this free setup with his minion, so we'll get rid of that as well. And if he wants to punch or use Ritual Banishing, he needs a 1-mana minion in order to do so. And there's no cards like Prophet readily available, then which is also pretty good. And we got actually, speaking of Ritual Banishing, we actually got the Ritual Banishing. And let's see what else he has. Plays it in front of him, which is good, just to play around backstab, and he punches. What? I disagree with that. Let's get rid of the Ritual Banishing. I don't think we need it. Spelljammer's good. So we'll just trade here. play our Thunderhorn right here, and we've already gotten 3 out of the 7, so this is okay. And we'll just use our second Mist Dragon Seal and clear this, which means it doesn't die to another punch, which is pretty good. And we'll do 6 AoE. See, the difficulty about this deck is you can just win. Why is this only yellow? It should be green, I can't do anything else. Because it probably sees that I have a 0 mana minion, but I can't use it. Yeah, the thing is with this, he's already down to 15, and we probably won't be able to play around. We probably might just kill him beforehand. So he plays Thunderhorn. Okay, that's an interesting play. Let's get rid of the juxtaposition. So we can do 7 to him right now. And since he's on 6 mana next turn, okay, yeah, he's down 17 points, and we can play a Spelljammer and a Heartseeker. There's no way, even if he did play Necrotic Sphere, he was in a very rough spot. So fantastic. This looks to be like a tempo-oriented list. Yeah, we got some pretty good draws with the Mist Dragon Seal, but we could have easily done that with a Juxtaposition as well. But that said, we can just kill our opponent so fast, especially if we're aiming to go first, right? This deck prefers going first, simply because, you know, if you just drop turn 1 Scroll Bandit, you can easily tempo out with there. So actually, I'm actually considering running the Kaido Assassin, because, you know, you can do some shenanigans, some additional shenanigans with Mist Dragon Seal and Juxtaposition. But usually I'd like to save that for removal. The Juxtaposition, as this list doesn't really have much removal. I could throw in Painters for additional removal, but that means I'll have to cut some other minions out, which I don't think I can really afford to. Maybe cutting out Onyx Bear Seal for 2 Painters. Maybe I'll try that. Oh my gosh, this hand. Let's get rid of both Dancing Blades. Fantastic. Okay, this is great. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold on to the Blood Tier just in case you play something like Gravity Well or Snow Chaser. Since this is Kara, it could be a best per list. So if you play something like Snow Chaser, Gravity Well, we can get rid of the Snow Chaser. But if he has the Gravity Well, most likely the Snow Chaser would be on my side of the board already. So, oh well. Okay, so let's see what we can do. EMP, it's a little early. I might keep it because we might not see it again, especially without the draw in our hand. And if this is a wall list, this could be Arcanist, but there's no need to actually. Do I have to play the Thunderhorn just yet? No, I have a Wild Tar. Let's do this actually. And let's draw some cards. I wonder if this guy, how much Starburst this guy actually eats in one day. Okay, Aspect the Fox, that's fantastic. I might just hold on to it. It's a little bit greedy, but there are only 2 of these in my deck, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Dancing Blades is good, we can ramp into that. And again, provide high tempo plays, so again, we might not even get Ebon the Ox off. Malicious Wisp, okay, that's fine, we can just, we can't Dancing Blades, rip. Alright, there's no point in just aspecting it, right? I see 0 reason to, actually. Actually, I could aspect it and just play this Heartseeker. Let's do it. Yeah, he stays at 5 and I stay at 3, but At least these minions stay alive. He can Frostburn next turn, actually, which which would kind of stink, but that would be his turn. Let's see if he does it. This could be an Arcanist list. Is he running the trial? I should have looked. Okay, so he's running the trial, so he must be running something like Embla. So all the more reason to hold on to the EMP in our hand. I should have checked for that at the beginning, but I didn't. So definitely holding on to the EMP now, especially he has 2 turns until Embla, so I need to stop that. That could be a Luminous Charge. Sure. All right, and a 2-drop. He can do as well. And okay. And a Gravity Well. Okay. Maybe I should have just let's just see what we get. PogChamp. Let's replace that. Let's put that there. Start clearing off some of these walls. Call that a turn. Still, that was a really awkward turn. Just dumping all those walls in front of us. That's only 2. Okay, so he has 1 more aspect of the Fox. He might actually have something like another Luminous Charge, which would stink. There it is. Oh boy. Okay, sure. We can use a Mist Dragon Seal to use a Mist Dragon Seal to, or Juxtaposition rather. I don't see the point in having 2 Mist Dragon Seals, to be honest. Okay, so let's just Jux this in. We're taking a little bit of damage, but I think that's okay. It's just important that we get rid of as many walls as we can. Have I played a 3-drop yet? I have. And yeah, let's just clear all these. And let's just play a Spelljammer and a Bloodbound spell. Call that a turn. Azure Herald's nice, though I don't think it's absolutely necessary at this point in time. Embla could actually be a problem here, which looks like it. There it is. Surprised he didn't play it a little bit closer to him, to be quite honest. So this is only 4 tokens, and we can get rid of the Gravity Well, so he needs the 3rd Gravity Well or an Embla. Okay, let's get rid of you. Let's draw first, actually. And we can actually clear this Embla with the Dancing Blades, so I was glad I held on to that. Let's move forward a little bit. And let's get rid of this token as well, just in case he has like another third Luminous Charge, third whatever. So he's only down to 2 tokens. I'm still going to hold on to this Mythron and Seal. So he only has 1 aspect of the Ravager left in his deck, so this EMP is looking pretty nice. That's okay, so he uses his 3rd aspect of the Ravager, so that's... He's out of an aspect of the bear, so he has 2 of those left. Sure. Looks like he's going to go face. And 3rd Gravity Wall. 3rd Luminous Charge. We'll just EMP. After we get all our effects in first, so. And he DC'd. Welcome back. Alright, so he's down to 2 cards. If he plays okay, 1, 2, 3rd Gravity Well. Okay, so that's 3 tokens. Actually no, that's all 5 tokens. Because these are all tokens as well. But we'll just EMP. And a Kinetic Search, sure. So these guys become 4 mana, 4 attack, 5 attack. Oh no, they don't, because they transformed. They weren't summoned, actually. Never mind. Goes face, sure. Could care less. Alright. Alright. What's the best way of doing this? Shoot this guy. Shoot this guy. Oh, actually, no, we can't even draw. Let's get rid of the Sojourner. Let's play EMP in his face. Say deal with it. So he needs what's it called? He needs another aspect. Yeah. Alright, so good game. I think we played Blood Tier. So we needed, we played a 1 mana minion, 2 mana minion, 3 mana, 4 mana. Did we play a 4 mana? I don't think we played a Thunderhorn. We might have. So we needed Zendo, actually. As I said, this Tar Owl is very difficult, but the way you build this deck actually makes like for a pretty high tempo list. So that's pretty okay. So we got Duelyst J, cool. I know he was playing a Wanderer list earlier, so we'll see how that goes. It's a little early for Zendo. 2 Sojourners is never bad, and Stracket's not bad either, so. Yep. Alright, Azure Herald, can probably replace that. The difference between let's see. Yeah, it is a Wanderer list, I thought so. And the difference between this kind of Wanderer list and say something like Ragnar or Byzine is they don't have that 1 ramping card in the likes of Flash Reincarnation and Darkfire Sacrifice. So does he have the 1 Mist Dragon Seal and 1 let's get rid of the Azure Herald actually. Let's play our the odds of him having a 4 mana play is actually pretty high, so I'm actually going to take that tile away from him. Let's do that. Let's see if he has so this stops Jux. It doesn't stop Jux, but it stops Mist Dragon. I don't even know. What am I saying? I'm saying nonsense. Really? Okay, Ask Protocol, sure. So he needs another 2 mana to play. He can steal a card from me, but the best he can get actually would be See what he gets. 2 mana minion, Maw. That'd be mildly upsetting if it's a Maw. Is it really a Maw? That's mildly upsetting. It's a Tuskboar. Cool. Alright. Not the worst thing in the world. And we mill a blue Conjurer, which is feels bad, man. I'll hold on to this because this is a 2 mana play. This is a 4 mana play as well, so... Is that a juxtaposition? I don't know if you would juxt that. I disagree with that juxt. He probably took that juxt from me, actually, and he probably stole a Mist Dragon Seal. So I'm actually going to keep this entire hand, and I'm going to back off. We'll play a Sojourner. And a... Oh, I know why. Maybe he didn't pull a Mist Dragon Seal. Maybe he pulled something else, like a Onyx Bear Seal. And he just didn't want to mill the Tuskboar, so... And maybe he was playing around Blood Tier, since he probably saw that I have the Ebon Ox Trial. So. And we actually have a juxtaposition, which is pretty okay. So we have played a 1 and a 3 mana minion, and this can be 2 and 4, so we need 3 more, and we have the EMP in hand. And we have an EMP in hand, it's okay. Primus Shieldmaster, sure. And a juxtaposition, which is also pretty funny, because we can use our own juxtaposition, so he stole the juxtaposition from us. Which is actually pretty nice. Okay. So, how do I want to approach this? In Juxt to deny him the Wanderer, because that costs 6 mana. Play our own Spelljammer. Let's hit. See what we get. So we'll be drawing a lot of cards this turn. Thunderhorn's pretty nice. I think we can replace into anything that's better, so let's call that a turn. Zendo's pretty cool. So we're delaying the Wanderer for a turn, which can be nice. Killing Edge. I don't have any Killing Edge in my list, I took them out, so that would have to be the one Killing Edge he has in his list. But if he were to Killing Edge a minion, I would yes, you get the card draw, but I have a Jammer on the field, so I would Killing Edge the Primus Shieldmaster if anything. It makes it a 7/8, which is with Provoke, which is pretty dang threatening. I disagree if he uses Killing Edge here. Juxtaposition? Okay, so you got my other Juxt, sure. Okay, so he's gonna get a Mist Dragon Seal. And a Phoenix Fire, sure. So I don't draw any cards, fair enough. I don't have any Phoenix Fires in this list, so that's the one Phoenix Fire he has in hand. Maybe I should have punched the Primus Shieldmaster. Not quite sure. As for removal for large minions, he can have As for large mana minions, he can have a so he has a Mist Dragon in hand, which is kind of bad. Because he can use it to kill the Zendo, so I don't see the point in playing Zendo, so I'm just going to play do it like this. Force him to use that Mist Dragon. And we're going to hit this. Call that a turn. So we got Zendo and EMP combo in hand, so we can do EMP into Zendo, and he needs the hard removal for it next turn. Otherwise, if he doesn't, we can just kill him. Potentially with 10 damage. So I'm sure he's debating whether or not to drop the Wanderer. But it doesn't look like it. This could be a Sunset Paragon. Could be a good play. He'll lose his Heartseeker though. Okay. He could also be running a Bamboozle, so I can't play around Eternity Painter, and I cannot play around Onyx Perseal, so I have to play around Bamboozle, so that limits the options of his removal. I think having all these cards are necessary. So let's play the... We have to play EMP here, actually. We're going to hold our ground. Kill this guy becomes dispelled, this guy becomes dispelled, and next turn we're going to look for possibly a Zendo combo. He could just drop Wanderer this turn. And do 6, 7, 8 damage. I don't know if Wanderer is his best play. It might be. He needs to get it down at some point. And it's actually good to see the Sunset Paragon because it makes this EMP even stronger. So the only ways he can deal with it in his list right now is having another Provoke, of which we have answer for in Mist Dragon Seal, or what else could he use? Onyx Seal and Eternity Painter. If he doesn't have those in hand, or in yeah, if he doesn't have those in hand, then we can do 20 damage to him. And I'll probably play around Eternity Painter next turn, so he has to choose between Zendo and DMP. This might be a Wanderer turn. Yep, there it is. Alright, so Mist Dragon Seal probably. So he actually has enough to clear it, which is pretty good on his play. So he was able to clear it. He punches me, sure. Unfortunately, I cannot play. So we just need a 5-mana minion. Unfortunately, I cannot play Zendo and Onyx Perseal. I'm one short, which kind of stinks. This might be a bold move, so let's do that actually. Okay. So let's unexpire this. I really don't want to take 7. Getting a 5-drop would have been nice, because that means I could have just killed that, but oh well. Let's play the Bloodbound spell there. Force him to trade. And then next turn we'll play our own EMP. And then possibly run away. This is a tight game. Deadly Blades, okay. Comes at 5-7, which is pretty big, so that's all the more reason why I didn't want to take 7 there. See if he has a 2-drop and also we play a Heartseeker. Wild Tour. 3-5 and becomes bigger. Okay. I think this is an EMP turn, definitely. Let's kill this. So the buffs don't go away, but the effects of this Wild Tour goes away, which is what I wanted actually. Let's play this here. And I'm going to weaken this a little bit. So Zendo combo should win us the game, hopefully. It might just come down to a 50-50 if he can't deal with the EMP. Again, I can't play around Bamboozle, I'm not in the position to. So we'll see what happens. I just want to stop him from trading into it at the very least. So he has 3 cards in hand. This could be... It doesn't sound like he has a Painter or a Onyx Brithial. Because if he does that, it's an easy play right now. This, and if he doesn't have it, then this clearly exhibits the downside of juxtaposition. Blood to Alchemist, sure. So he's gonna be trading his whole board into it, which is okay. We need a 5-mana minion and a Killing Edge, okay. So that trades with it pretty nicely, actually. So he actually had the answer, which kind of stinks. Blood Tier, the exact answer, which is kind of frustrating. And Arcane Heart, sure. Okay. I think my play is pretty simple. Takes 5 damage from this. He's down to 2 cards in hand. And by taking 5 from this, we can win with Miss Dragon Seal. So he needs to answer this this Zendo. And it's I doubt he has the answer in hand with 2 cards because he barely had the answer for the last EMP. So with Miss Dragon, it goes up to 3 health. Are you kidding me? Inner Focus? Oh my gosh. That's actually really... Oh, that's so annoying. You had the actual answer? Like, every time. That's... That's really annoying, actually. That's so annoying. So in order to play Ebon the Ox, we need a 5-mana play, and he can easily do 10 to me actually right now. Oh my gosh, that's annoying, especially with 2 cards in hand. And yeah, those exact big minions in hand. So the only way we win now is looking for our Zendo. And a Geomancer, of course. Okay. That's a really good minion to top deck. That's really annoying. Having the answer to every single play. Maybe Blue Conjurer can close this one out for us. I doubt it. We can actually play Ebon the Ox, which is hilarious. So we did 1 damage face, XD. I guess we just gotta find our Zendo, right? We have hope. Oh, there's an Onyx Perseal, so there is hope. Thing is, we're on a timer now since he has Phoenix Fire. That's his Bloodbound spell. This is quite the last game. If he has his last card is Zendo, then we lose, which is super shitty. That'd be a really bad way to go out. That'd be a really annoying way to go out. Okay. How else can we lose? Cobra Strike? No way. Is it actually Zendo? Okay, it's Thunderhorn. So I can't win unless I top deck Zendo. That's really annoying. Because even if this does go face, actually no, we have a chance. We actually have a chance. There's a chance we have lethal. Because, okay, so if this goes face, we have a chance. We have a chance if this goes face. Oh my god, of course not. And we're 1 off lethal too. That's a really bad way to go out. That's so bad. We should have won that game. Like, I did all the right things too. I'm not even saying I played badly. Maybe I could have made some better places, like or just keeping the Zendo in hand, but that was my game, and I just got outdrawn. That was my game, I'll be honest. That was my game. Thanks for participating. I'm not even watching Twitch right now, so random emote. Okay, cool. It's 2 episodes in a row where I just got outdrawn. That's a shame. But anyways, stay tuned for fundamentals. I'll come up with a witty name for it. So stay tuned for that, and probably over the weekend I'll do a Fire Emblem Heroes video on top of the Duelyst. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We actually were able to get off the Songhai trial, but we were just outskilled, I guess. So anyways, have a good one, guys. Happy Wednesday.